What's the secret to the perfect breakbeat, you reckon?
Sorry. The breaks and stuff that you used on the track Energy, what kind of breaks did you use in that? How did the whole kind of tune come about?
It took a while to get it going because the Drum&BassArena guys hit us up with a brief saying, can you do something that's kind of old school, referencing, you know, old breaks? And my first intention was to make something a lot more jungly and have all the like dread bassy sounds and gunshots and rewinds and, you know, amen, things like that. And then I've been making another track, and the breakdown in the other track just, I thought this is a track in itself and it will be perfect to do something in the same kind of vibe as when I was doing Up All Night, with the idea being the kind of epic intro and the kind of the feeling of warehouse raves in the 90s. So this idealised view of a big, beautiful rave before they got all EDMized.
It was really enjoyable actually making the Ice Cold tune that came out on the Breaks EP with Turno. We went in, we tried to find loads of old kind of rave stuff. The thing is, I can't even tell you the break that's in the breakdown of the actual tune because it goes into like full-on 100 BPM, like old school, like acid house rave.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, like
I was glad I checked it before I played it in the first time I played it out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, so it slows down.
Oh yeah, it's a curveball. Yeah. It was just so much fun, you know, because we tried to like, right, okay, it's called the Breaks EP. Let's get as many as we possibly can. I think there's a break in there, It's a New Day. If you told like a break aficionado, someone who knew breaks like galore, that was in that tune, they'd be like, no, it's not. It's also, when you're working with someone else, you think, come on man, there's two of us. There's two brains working on this. Let's do something interesting, let's move it along. Don't just like, you know, copy and paste it. But saying that, there's been plenty of tunes I've copy and pasted, so I'm full of shit. What was like the earliest experience that you had in chopping up breaks?
The first experience didn't last very long because it was so difficult, and I had my
Why was that?
Because, well, it's before computers. I'm talking like 95, 96 or something. When I had a Roland S550, the reason I had so many breaks in the early days was I would just devote time. I'd be like, today I'm chopping up breaks. I do remember those days fondly, like re-triggering the sample, tweaking it along a bit. So I keep going back in the day. Like, I mean, I am old, but you know, I'm still relevant.
No, it's cool. It's nice.
When you were the first person that had found that gold, found a new break that no one had used yet, you'd be fiercely protective of it. You know, drum and bass tracks, the beginning and the end is basically for you to mix in, so it's stripped down, and you damn well make sure that it wasn't just that break clean. It would be obvious if somebody just nicked your break. Dillinger was brilliant at that for good reason, but back in the days when finding an unused brilliant break was part of the battle, you would like protect your weapons.
Yeah, for sure.
Soundbite.
You were sampling all of this from like vinyl and stuff like this, like the raw actual material.
At the beginning, yeah. When I was like 18, I'd have a drum and bass tune and I'd be like, oh, there's a little, I can nick that snare and that kick, and that's good enough for then. I didn't have the money to go out and buy rare jazz records and find the original one. That's
the difference with me, is that I started later than you did in terms of the production. We never had the vinyl, we never had the raw material, but it was down to finding that zip file, downloading it. It was really fun, you know, because suddenly not only am I searching for breaks, for the different versions of them, but it opened up a load of tracks to me that I never even heard. That break, you found out it was from that tune. Oh wow, that's a really good tune, you know, like.
Best break?
For what genre?
Drum and bass.
Obviously the Amen, played by a band called the Winston Brothers. Probably the most famous break there is, actually. But I think the one that made me kind of stand up and notice it the most, just because it was also such a big tune, Original Nutter, was the one that made me go, oh wow, okay, that's Amen.
I'm a fraud, I don't know what any of the breaks are.